What is going on, guys? Today we have got a new evolution. It isn't quite a flash one. It's got a little bit of time to go on it still. But it is a completely non-based on a position, which is always nice. You do have to have a max of 70 pace, so it is a little bit... It's not necessarily for your meta players, let's put it that way. 60 shooting has to be minimum, max 89 shooting though, passing 87 max as well as defending 85 and physical 83, with again a maximum of 9 playstyles. So with this one it is a very easy unlock as well. You've got level 1 challenges, you've got win 1 squad battle match and achieve 1 clean sheet. Then in the level 2 you've got win 1 squad battle match by at least 2 goals. So you can get this done in 2 games flat, which I'm absolutely happy with. I'm finally getting one that doesn't take like 10 games at a minimum. So if we was to move over to Footbin, as we can see, we should be able to see the players. And the one thing that I was trying to see is who, there we go, look. So we got Bernardo Silva, does technically have a better card now. We have Kante at an 88, does have an inform, but not a bad shout, especially for some Saudi links. And then we also have Trippier as well, which, again, not necessarily terrible. The big thing with it, you get an overall of +2, you get 10 on the pace, 8 on the passing, 3 on the dribbling, 2 physical, and press proven. So in terms of natural kind of upgrades, it's not bad, especially for only 2 games. That's the big thing with this. At the very minimum, putting the highest rate, like, to be honest, what I would do if I'm not too fussed about evolutions, it's a little bit sneaky, but I would go and do Bernardo Silva and then go and put him as a 90 rated card in the Mbappe SBC. I think for me, in terms of when we look at the players, if I just refresh this a second and look at the players that you've got, when it comes to the fully evolved versions, realistically, there is some good names, don't get me wrong. Like we've got a Silva, we've got Trippier, Kante, Gundogan, Verratti, Partey. There is some bigger names than what we've been used to, but realistically that 90 is free, so we can go buy him for what, 30k. We go then get a 90, which is realistically around about a 50k card, 2 games, which is literally nothing. We get more objectives done at the same time. I'd say that's a perfect no-brainer, because realistically not many of these are going to get in your team. Now, in terms of kind of your team, if you want to put a specific player in, a lower rated one, what have you, then fair enough. It's a nice upgrade. You get a bit of pace. But realistically, for me, none of these are going to fit in most of the teams I see in Foot Champs. So I would rather go and use the fodder of him, go and put Bernardo Silva in, like I say, and go and get the 90. It's a perfect card, and it saves you a lot of coins. In terms of what card would I choose to play with, I think Bernardo Silva's a complete out. We've already got an upgraded version of him with this 90, and as you can see, it is slightly better. Maybe doesn't necessarily have the passing increase, but most definitely has everything else, which is more than fine. I'd rather have necessarily a little bit less passing than having to use this evolution to actually put him in the team. Then we also have, if we find out, I'm pretty sure Kante's had an 87, an 87 in form. Pace-wise, definitely a lot better. So if you are looking for the Saudi links, this is a good Kante. Whether I see a flashback or a big boosted Kante eventually, I'd say that is going to be inevitable. Just depends on when you're going to get him, to be honest. Then Trippier, I'm pretty sure Trippier's had an inform, hasn't he? I want to say he's had an inform. Yeah, he has, 86. So we're losing a big pace decrease, to be honest. That's a big one. 10 plus is definitely worth the upgrade. If you haven't got your right back by now, maybe you've not done Llorente, you've not got Hakimi or anybody along them lines, that's not a bad right back for the Prem. So he's already up there in terms of what I think. I don't think he doesn't have a playstyle plus, does he? Bernardo Silva's got one there. Has he got one? Oh, of course he does. He has whipped pass. Of course he does. Gundogan, I would say going for a Chem star player would be the better shout. Well, I don't know what... Oh, is that one with another upgrade on top? Oh, okay. Ignore me. So that's his inform going into... How much? His inform is going to be a bit expensive as well. 50,000. Okay, so you can make him 88. I would say go for the inform is going to be way worth it as well. Obviously, it's going to have less pace than on the 87. So again, it's not terrible, to be honest. Verratti, the pace is too low. Partey, not a bad shout, to be honest. 87, 90 passing, 78 pace. That's not awful if you are looking at an Arsenal team. Whether he gets an upgrade as well, he's probably one of the ones you'd take a gamble on that he might not get an upgrade. And if he does, is it going to be a +2, a +5, a +10? We don't know. So he's one that normally doesn't get too many. Muller, no. Fabinho, no. Pretty sure Fabinho had an FC Live card as well. We go a bit further down. Højbjerg, no. So realistically for me, Trippier would be my number one shout in terms of a right back. It's a hard position to get the max player from, so if you've not got one already, that's a great shout. Bernardo Silva is the perfect SBC fodder, and I'd say if I was going for anybody else, I think it would have to be Kante, purely on the basis of the fact that you're going to have Saudi links eventually, and it's a nice pace upgrade for him. Obviously, a bit more passing as well. Add a shadow onto him, you're absolutely golden. He ends up with, what, 87 pace? That's not bad for Kante, to be honest. So, they are the two options. You've got Trippier as his 87 if you don't want the inform, but I think definitely going for that inform is going to be worth the cost in the future. Whether we see another upgrade from him until later on in the year, that's going to be the big question. And then Callas, I'm pretty sure, already had something as well. So, for me, Bernardo Silva SBC is going to be number one for Mbappe, then Trippier, then Kante. Let me know your thoughts, and who is on FootWiz. They are going to go the three I chose. Beautiful. Take care. Peace.